Okay, good number. How many of you guys are from UTSC? Nice, nice, because I'm going to need your help today. So, one of the great things about working at the University of Toronto Scarborough campus, is that you guys have great enthusiasm and energy. And you guys have really helped me to get to know and understand millennials. Now, how many of you guys attended SCSU orientation? Okay, I need your help. So, when students come to campus for the first time, they learn this little chant. When we ask, "How do you feel?" they have this saying that they say. So I'm going to do it right now. How do you feel? I feel so good. Oh, all right. It was good. I felt the energy, but I need the whole room feeling like that because I need to get you into your little millennial mode, okay? So when I say, "How do you feel?" you're going to say, "We feel so good. Oh, we feel so good. Oh," give me a little elbow with it, okay? So, let's go. How do you feel? We feel so good. Oh, we feel so good. Oh. Gosh, that's why I love them. That's why I love them. So, millennials, who are they? Millennials, according to Webster Dictionary, they're a group of individuals who are born in the 80s and in the 90s. But according to Wikipedia, they're born from 1981 to 1997. I don't know. The verdict's out. It's totally not clear, but that's okay. For the purpose of today, I'm going to be talking about the individuals from 1981 all the way to 2000. I just want to keep it clean. They're individuals between the age of 18 to 37. Okay? They kind of look like this. Now, shameless plug, the ones with the hearts are my babies, Devontae and Asia. Shout outs. Yes, I am a mom of 2 millennials. And being a mom of 2 millennials, this is the reason that I felt the need to tell this story. Because any parent of a millennial, when you hear all of the stereotypes and the things that are said about this generation, they're lazy, they're entitled, they're going to retire broke. Worrisome, isn't it? If they hadn't been born during a tech generation, they would have had nothing good about them said. At least you guys got your tech savvy, one good thing. But for me, someone who works at the University of Toronto, who's been engaging with this group, really getting to know them, it just didn't sit well with me. It just never felt comfortable. So for me, I decided that I wanted to take the time today to share with you guys the main reasons that we need to celebrate this generation, but not only celebrate them, but really learn from them. So my hope is that if we, all of you guys, take some time to change the narrative, change the story, and start redefining how we see millennials, we could change that label of being the me generation, being the selfish generation. So let's go. I want them to be redefined as the purpose generation. Tell me another time in history have you seen professional athletes actually going on their knees and standing for something? We see them doing it for the Black Lives Matters movement across North America. We see women and young girls in Pakistan standing up for gender inequality. We see individuals all across the world standing up for the transgenders and trying to make them feel comfortable and safe. That's what you guys have been doing. And don't let anyone discount that. When you see these things in the media, no one's saying, look at what the millennials are doing. They put a blanket over it and they continue with their stereotypes of your laziness and your selfishness. I want you guys to start being attentive, pay attention, and own the fact that you guys are great. You guys are encountering and addressing social injustices. You guys are taking the time to be there for your fellow brother and sister across the world, whether you know them or not. You own that. Give and take time to process that you're making that contribution to make our world a better place. Self-defined. A very self-defined generation. Individuals who are taking the time to be themselves. They've coined things like, just do you, YOLO, you only live once. And when they say you only live once, they're owning it. They're taking it and they're running with it. And I love it. Their form of expression, whether it be through their tattoos, whether it be through coloring their hair, their jewelry, their scarves. Well, I'm not a millennial, but I learned from them. I want you guys to understand that this is what's so great about them. This is something that you yourself can learn about them, something that I myself has learned from them. I look at the young Black girls just going out there, pushing the natural hair movement, wearing their hair natural. Yes, today my hair is flat, but I'm telling you, there's times you see me on campus and I'm wearing it curly, twisted, nappy. I don't care because of what this young generation has done for me. From age 12, I had chemical treated hair. And it was only when I was 40 years old, I had the courage to make that decision, to own my roots. Kinky, curly, nappy, whatever they are, it's mine. And some days it rains, and girls, I don't know if you know, it's a serious matter, okay? So, young Black girls, I see you there, girl. Thank you. I appreciate what you guys have done and taken me there. And I encourage the rest of you guys to respect this generation, the way in which they have broken cultural lines, religion lines, race lines, with interracial dating, with just stepping out of their skin and being themselves, accepting themselves for who they are and making that definition of who they want to be. So sit in your seats. Ask yourself, are you doing that? Are you comfortable within your skin? Are you happy with who you are? Do you feel there's times in which you see that sweater in the mall and you really want to buy it, but you just think it might be too loud? Next time, do it. I'm not sending anybody out there to the tattoo parlors tonight. I'm not endorsing that. But what I am saying is, whatever your form of self-expression is, own it. Balanced generation. So when I talk about a balanced generation, if we think of what the media has portrayed about this generation, they talk about them all the time as being so about themselves. When it comes to jobs, they want to basically own the corporation first before they do anything else. They speak about them wanting to find a job of purpose. They always need purpose. They want a job that's right and fits their lifestyle. They want something that they could show their passion, and they should be excited to get up every day and go to work. And I say, what the hell is wrong with that? Did anything I just say come across as unreasonable? Is it unfair for them to want to be somewhere that makes them happy? This generation is requesting and demanding work-life balance. They're asking companies to take time and integrate the environment to make sure it's an enjoyable place to be and be productive. They're one of the hardest working generations that I know of. They don't see a job as somewhere to be from 9 to 5. They want to be there and add value. So why not make it somewhere they're comfortable about? They want really good benefits. How dare they want good benefits? How dare they want access to good health and wellness plans? How dare they want to take care of themselves? The better question is, why don't you want to take care of yourself? Why don't you want to be able to have good medical coverage, to be able to see a therapist if you need to? Therapists. I was watching the news and they were talking about millennials and that they're the one generation that is taking full advantage of the wellness programs within their companies. They're actually using the resources that's been provided to them. If you're an individual who's not doing that, start. Mental health is at its worst position ever at this time. By using these benefits, you, like the millennials, could be happier. When you come out of this building today, I want you to go out the doors before you go to break. You're going to go out those doors and you're going to look at the sky. And when you look at the sky, it's going to be either white or gray. I don't need to go outside to check, and I didn't go outside just before I started this. I could say that because that's what we wake up to. Fall, winter, I love Canada. But shameless plug for my country, St. Vincent on the other hand, them skies are blue, them waters is blue, the sun, it's hot. We don't need a lot to feel good and be energized. Because just our climate and our country, because everything is so luscious, we get it. But here, it needs a little bit more effort. So, millennials, continue asking for these great benefits, continue making these demands, continue making plans to ensure that your future has a balance between working hard and playing hard. Now, I don't know if this other thing about them is a UFT problem. Did I say problem? What I really meant to say is UFT awesomeness is that because we live in Toronto and we've been blessed with having the most diverse city in the world, diversity in the world, that's right. We've been very fortunate to get to learn and embrace other people's cultures. But not only are millennials saying that that's not enough, they're taking the time and they're asking for 4 weeks vacation so they could travel, so that they could experience other cultures, that they could expand their knowledge, their taste buds. Maybe that's me. I really like food. But one of the things I want you to say to yourself, if you haven't been doing that already, is don't you want to do that? Don't you? Don't you want a balanced life? Shouldn't you want a balanced life? These are things that we should encounter and think about and process and want more of. The passionate generation. And when I say passion, I don't mean passion. I just mean passionate. They're passionate about everything that's important to them. They're passionate about their friendships. They're passionate about their work. They're just overjoyed and always energized in every single way. There's no other generation that is as supportive of one another than millennials. There's no other generation that is the best group of cheerleaders one could ever ask for. That's right, my girl. The thing about them is that their attitude for others and their support for their fellow men is infectious, whether it be emojis, you know, those happy emojis that they send you when they're texting, whether it be that phone call and always being there, whether you're in the icy atrium on campus here and they're bringing in cakes to celebrate with their friends, the way in which they celebrate and support each other is amazing. Now, my parents, they come from a very hardworking generation where they've been identified and labeled as hard workers. And that's where they took their identity from. But you guys, they've dismissed all of these really important qualities that you guys have brought to our society, and the way in which you guys have taken the time to show love, show care, show compassion, the types of mothers and fathers you guys are going to be to continue our generation. This is only as good as the passion that you've continued to exude and will continue to exude for the next generation after us. Now, you're sitting there as a millennial and you're saying, I don't feel like some of these descriptions align with me. And you're wondering, like, how come I don't really feel very purposeful, and I don't feel really passionate, and I don't really feel self-defined or balanced? That's okay. I'm going to explain that the one and worst thing I could come up here and do today is paint a whole generation with a brush. That's not what I want to do. But what I do want to do is make sure that you're aware that those around you are doing these things. Make sure that you are aware that you too can be doing these things, or at least be living for these things. And sometimes we have things, barriers, variables that are really impacting us from being the best version of ourselves. Sometimes it's our thoughts. Yes, our thoughts, our own internal voice that's saying, I'm not good enough. God, I need to lose some weight. I need more muscles. I just need to do more, get better grades, get a better job. And I'm urging you guys, don't look to the person to the left or the right. Don't look to the person in the front, behind. Don't look to your siblings. Don't look to your fellow classmates when you return to class on Monday. I'm saying to you guys, just learn to be comfortable within yourself wherever you're at. Whatever your budgetary constraints are, find new resources to be the best version of yourself. And maybe it's nothing to do with you. Maybe you have the most confidence in the world. Maybe you feel totally fine. And there's nothing blocking you. But maybe today you're even on track with everything I'm talking about. But I urge you guys to also pay attention to the external voices, the people around you. Their words have power. And sometimes we give people's words power. Sometimes it's our director. Sometimes it's our parents. Yes, parents, we do have the ability to use hurtful words and try and write our kids' future, or maybe the future of other young friends of your kids, by judging them and putting labels on them. And I'm saying to you guys, block them out. Remove their labels. Don't let it get to you, because that's going to be impactful from you being the best version of you. So I'm going to close with these words. And as much as I wanted to close with words from Millennials, I felt that I owed my grandmother, who was born in 1916, so by no way is she a millennial. But I also wanted to make sure that you guys understood that we can get value from all generations. We could learn from our own generations. We could learn from the generations before us and the Generation Zs that's coming up after us. So I say, be your own yardstick. Be of your own measure. You make decisions for yourself. Maybe you're not going out there with a campaign and being at the picket line. Maybe you're just wearing a shirt. But find a cause that's meaningful for you. Sometimes you don't have to be on the line. Sometimes it could be in the classroom. Sometimes it could be in the office. Sometimes it could be on the subway platform. Make a decision that if you see an injustice or something wrong, or somebody that might just need a warm smile, be that person to make that little bit of a difference every day. Don't be afraid of just owning that desire to do better and be better. So I close saying, measure yourself to no one else. Go out there. Don't forget to check out the blue skies or lack thereof. And just do you. Goodbye.